But yes, you and I met at a car show in Lincoln Place down at the Elks. It would have been summertime.
Yeah, because I was always over at Quinn's house all the time.
Directly behind my house.
That's Dollar General now, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Which is funny because literally that car show, how symbolic is it? Literally behind your house, middle, literally across from Quinn's house. And Quinn brought it to you.
Yeah.
And you were the bridge between both of these
Wait, so I didn't know this. So you went with Quinn to the car show?
Correct.
And he was like, oh, hey, Steve, you're here.
Yes.
No, Quinn had told me ahead of time.
See, he didn't tell me that he told him.
He had told me. He said, hey, I think I know where we can take the base.
Quinn's a fucking genius.
It sounds like Quinn was just like this little either... I don't want to be mean, but like very stupid and never connected the dots.
Right.
Or was like conniving and he's like, I'm going to make this super magical thing. But
Splitting
what
atoms.
14, 15-year-old is going to be like thinking of all this?
Well, we were 16.
Yeah, 16. Yeah.
Okay,
But-
a little smarter.
Right.
A little smarter.
But I think
Or
like,
dumber.
I think he was so removed from everything that happened before him and I are friends. And now, like, we're two fucking juggalos
That's got to be
trying
it,
to
yeah.
like we smoke cigarettes all the time. We fucking try to smoke weed. We get ripped off by somebody that went to your high school and came to Quinn's house and busted him for $20 and we didn't even get to smoke that weekend. It was it sucked.
You went through a time.
Yeah, so like all that was going on and Quinn was like finding who he eventually was as a person. Like that's when that was going on. Him and I together were like growing up. So I don't think that any of this even had a thought process. I think he was just like, well, Eric kind of wants to wrestle. I can ask my friend. And then he hits him up and like, hey, are you doing anything with, like, I just think it was so nonchalant. Yeah. You know, and not like intentionally either, but it's just like, it's just what it was. Hey, I got this. I'm doing this. You want to do this?
It's also possible that he knew, like he could see the writing on the wall. Hey, we're not too passionate about this anymore. Josh is training. Steve's going to be training soon. We're not using this. Hey, we can take this. And maybe there were rumblings of we have to take this down.
Yes.
What do we do with it?
Right.
And then he realized that you would take it. And I definitely know for sure he told me about this because I would not have been to the car show if, for no reason.
Okay, so you intentionally went there with the idea of meeting me.
Intentionally, yeah, because I don't care for cars.
Right. Yeah, me neither, honestly.
My dad loves them, and because of that, I don't care.
Yeah, right. So he takes me down there, we meet, we did the thing, and then this is go time. We're doing it. We're moving the base. The story of us moving the base is a pretty fun one. And for me, you guys were a means to an end, which was me being able to start wrestling.
Right.
And like I even had a roster that I had in my mind of who might eventually do it. And they are people that did eventually do it. So it worked out. But the promise of getting this base, the only promise was getting the base.
Right.
And it wasn't just that I can have it. It's that you guys were also willing to help me.
Deliver. Yeah.
So not only could it be mine, you guys were going to show me how it works, pull it down, put it back up. Fuck yeah, I'm down. Like, how could that deal be any better for me? I don't have to give up $1. I get to start a wrestling fed. I get you guys to show me and move the fucking thing. Like, yes, of course, I'll sign up for that again tomorrow.
I hadn't really considered that you had such a good deal out of that. And the fact that we showed you, we didn't just dump it in the field.
Fits his personality well.
I'll take it.
So we're moving it, right? And we all meet at JP's house at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I stayed over at Quinn's house. It was hot as shit that day. We have your family van.
Yes.
With the trailer once again. We load up the plywood, take trips over. We load up the tires, take trips over.
We did probably like 10 trips.
Has to be. No doubt about it.
Because the trailer wasn't that big.
This wasn't like a U-Haul trailer. This is like a borderline a wagon.
It was like a motorcycle trailer.
A homemade trailer. Essentially, we got it as a kid for our bikes, but it can fit dirt bikes. It's not like a massive thing.
So in my head, what we're doing is we're moving my future wrestling ring into the woods by my apartment. In the heads of the people that lived at the apartment, we were dumping garbage in the woods by the shit ton. Like just pulling up in a van, throwing a bunch of shit in the woods, coming back out and doing it all over again every hour for like 6 hours straight.
Oh my gosh. It would look a certain way.
So by the time we get to like trip 5 or 6, we are greeted at the entranceway to the base by a couple of very nice gentlemen in suits. And these gentlemen are detectives. They work for the police department. They're detectives there to see what the fuck we're doing. Yep. I was 16. You were 16. Whatever. We had your dad though.
Yeah.
Your dad did a lot of talking, if I remember.
Pittsburgh paramedic.
Yep.
Feels like he knows all the policemen because of that.
No doubt about it. So he did the speaking. And what it came to be was I was under the impression that the people that owned the house that was being built up the road were the people that owned the property that the base was on. So were the police also under the impression that that was the case. So we said, we're all the way over here. Is this not like public woods? Can we not do this here? And he was like, no, actually the people building the house over there own this property. And I guess it was either you or your dad or somebody said, we'll go ask them.
Coincidentally, they were there working on the house at that moment.
Right.
And we went and asked. I remember we went in to ask him, and then I want to say the guy like wasn't wearing a shirt or whatever.
Yeah, right.
And we were like, hey, do you mind if we like build this contraption like over in the woods and like whatever? Like we'll be like out of your way. And he's like, oh, all the way over there by the apartments? Yeah, I don't own that. That's them. Right. So we're like, cool. He doesn't care.
Exactly.
He thinks it's them. They think it's his. Perfect.
Yep. So we told the cops that, and they probably took us at our word, because why would you not? Like, we clearly did exactly what you asked us to do.
And so we're very good detectives.
Right. Yeah, right. The suits were all they had going.
I
just a lot of bullshit.
I always thought they were FBI. I felt like they were way more.
I mean, detective is an important rank.
Yeah, but I thought like it was like very, very serious.
It could have been. It could have been probably.
Because I remember I came out, I saw them talking, and I was like, I have the right to remain silent. And I was like, stop, why? And then Quinn looked at me and goes, I've never seen your dad so serious before. I was being a goof, right? And then he's like, Steven, stop. These are like, this is the FBI. It's a detective. I always thought it was FBI. But continue.